Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Andrew here, back Car Mechanic Simulator. In the previous episode, we built up these two beautiful cars, the Nova and the Mustang. Now, what we're doing is a challenge, 302 small block Ford versus 305 small block Chevy. Now, in this episode, we're going to be building the motors for this car, putting them in the cars, bringing them over to the test path to line both cars, and then hitting the dyno with them. So, without further ado, let's get going here. Now, we've already got the block and the crank on for the Mustang. So, let's start off by putting the piston rings in. Beautiful. And now we're going to put this one in too. And then this one right here. Yep. Alright, beautiful. And then we're going to put this one in. This one. Tell me in the comments which one you guys would prefer. When I started this challenge, I was very partial to the Nova, but seeing how this blue actually looks on the car, I'm drawing the line right down the center here. I don't know which one to choose. You know what I mean? I'm kind of a little bit lost right now. I was lost, man. I don't know what to do. Nobody ever told me that it's gonna be this hard of a challenge, man. I've always been a Chevy guy, but now I'm, going kind of partial to the Ford Mustang. You know what I mean? But I'm really stuck right now because the blue with the black stripes, the nice beautiful red with the black stripes. Like I was a little bit confused. I don't know what to do. All right, let's put the oil pan on. There we go. Beautiful. Put on the flywheel. Clutch plate, pressure plate, with the nice little fangy teeth there. Alright, now we're going to put on this. Alright, now we're going to put on the oil filter, power steering pump, and now we're going to put on the bracket here for the Ultimator i6B. There we go, even their color match too. Decided to go real special with this one. Alright, coil B. We're going to put in the fuel pump. And now we're going to put the strip marauder in. Alright, I'm going to put the rota in. The cap, which both caps are the same. The clips, on the other hand, are different. Uh-oh. Oh no. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? How come I did that? That's not very nice. But like I said in the last video, I put a lot of effort into these motors, man. I put a lot of effort into the cars, just from the painting aspect of it, because you figure at the same time I had to paint two. Teeter-totter, teeter-totter. I painted two cars at the same time, basically. And a little bit on the challenging side, making sure that I didn't spray one part twice instead of once. And I mean, for the parts that are white, yeah, that's easy, but for everything else, no, not really, no. Alright, now we're gonna put on the cylinder heads. I did them black like this, make it a little bit easier. 700 years later, see what I mean? It's a little easier to see where the push rods go, which hopefully speeds up a little bit of time. A little bit of time. Never hurt anybody. Except for when you're doing a challenge, then it kind of hurts everybody, you know what I mean? Alright. And then the final part, which will be part 3, that will be, well, the third and final installment. That'll be us going to the strip with both cars. And like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the more or less test in tune right off the hop. We're going to get them all lined out, get them running so they're running the best that they can. And then we are going to be hitting the King of the Sand, I think it's called. I'm going to see how well we do on that. So I'm hoping that these cars run fairly equal. One would hope. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, that's sparkling. I like it. I like it a lot. You know what I mean? I like it. Alright, let's put the spark plugs in. Last one. There we go. Alright, now the manifold. I'm going to quickly run over to this side while that side's still getting buttoned up. It's a cheat code, man. Alright, now we're going to put the push rod. 1, 2, 3. I bet you into this so far, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but I bet you I got about 4 hours into this right now. And I haven't even, I mean, I guess in all fairness, it's not bad. I mean, it could be a lot worse. I could have spent all day. That's only because I got some sort of knowledge on this. Not on the cars themselves, but on how this G works, you know what I mean? So it kind of speeds up the process, not having to run around going, okay, can I do this? Can I do that? I mean, the hardest part was getting all the parts for the Ford motor, because I don't build the Ford 302. I think this is actually the second time I built this motor, versus the small block Chevy motor. I can do that with my eyes closed. Now watch, because I said that, I'm going to forget a key part to the car. I can almost guarantee it, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm going to put the manifold done. And then we put the plug wires on, man. Alright, now we put the intake on. Beautiful. And that didn't work as planned. Alright, now we're going to stick on the carburetor, 4-barrel. It's got a full barrel, man. The breather. The air filter. And now the lid. Alright, now we're going to stick on the specialized water pump pulley V8 Ford. Now we're going to stick on the serpentine belt A Ford. And now we're going to do B Ford. V8 that is. Now we're going to stick on the specialized fan for this thing. And that would be it. The motor is built. Perfect. Just trying to get a good look, good angle here. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to yank this one off. And now we've got to build another motor. I need to find out where it is in here. Should be down near the rear of the pack list of them. There it is, right there. Perfect. Beautiful. Ooh, look at that red. Ooh. Chevy's starting to win me back. Chevy's starting to win me back. This red turned out real good on this car. Real good. Alright, let's put the crank caps in. We're going to start in the center. Spin the crank, still loose. Put the rear on. And then we're going to put the front on. Spinning, perfect, good to go. Put on the piston rings. Beautiful. Beautiful as well. Very nice. Work it, baby, work it. Alright, now we got this one, and then we got the last piston ring to go in right here. And now we're going to put the rod caps on. There we go, we got 6 left. 5 now. Come on. There we go. Alright, now we got 4. 3 after this one. Wouldn't that be funny if I forgot the oil pan? Knock on wood, I didn't forget no parts for the Ford motor. So if I forget parts for this, I'm going to be embarrassed with myself here. I tried to do an even... I forgot to put a fuel filter on, didn't I? I'll have to worry about that when it gets in the car. I'm trying to start it and I figure, why won't this thing start? Oh, dumbass, you forgot the freaking fuel filter. I'm not going to forget it on this one though. Alright, now we put the camshaft in. The cam gear. The timing chain, which is OHVF. See? Timing cover. was going to say timing case, but it sucks I can't paint that. It really does. There we go. I'm going to put this on. Oh yeah, look at that. It's looking snazzy. Snazzy, snazzy. Oh yeah. Put on the other arm. There's two arms for this motor. One for the power steering pump. One for the alternator. I'm going to put in just a regular old water pump pulley. I'm going to put on the idler A. Another idler A. Hey, look at the pulleys. I'll put in this one. Delta F, OHVF I mean. I'm going to put in this idler A as well. There we go. There's a lot of red on the front of that motor, isn't it? But that's okay because it'll make up once you see what the rest of the motor looks like. Alright, now we're going to put the old cylinder heads on. Now we're going to put on the push rods, which are OHVF V8, specialized to this motor and Mopars. There we go. There we go. Perfect. On to the next one. There we go. They're just going together like lemon tuna fish. And what? What? What did I forget? How did I? See, I told you. Told you we'd forget something key point, didn't I? I kind of can't make the motor won't run without rockers. Huh. I can't believe I did that. Look at that. See, the Ford's getting all the love. It's getting all the love on me. There we go. There we go. Come on, yep. There we go. Didn't want to go on there for a minute. It was fighting me. It was fighting me, man. It was fighting me. Alright, now we're going to do this one. Perfect. Now we're going to fight to put in these spark plugs before we put the manifolds on because they're a real bugger to get into. There we go. There we go. And then number 2. Come on. There we go. I'll put the manifold on. Beautiful. Nice and chromy. Chromy. Alright, now we're going to spin on over here to the driver's side. Alright, I'll put in this. And then this. And then we got this one right here too, you know. Can't forget that one, you know. So every day for the next, starting today. Well, I guess you guys don't know what day it is. I'm trying to do these all back to back before I put out the first one. And then every day this week's going to have a new one. And, yeah. We should be pretty good on that. Pretty good. And I'm going to put the rockers on for this side as we've already started to do. We got a few rockers to do. And then we put the head cover on, or valve cover. And then, yeah. Perfect. Now we're going to stick in these spark plugs. We got the 2 more. And then we got this one. And now we're going to put in the manifold. And now the head cover. Doesn't look as good as what the other one does. That's not a wax and grease remover good enough. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that color just look good? Looks almost like a marble red. Marlboro, you know what I mean? Marlboro, man. Alright, now we're going to stick in the distributor A. The rotate. The cap. And I'm going to stick in the clip B's. We got 1. And we got 2. Put on the plug wires. Beautiful. I was going to do the the air filter base and lid red, but I was like, well, it's gonna have the red filter on it, so let's not do that. All right, motor is done. Doesn't that look good? I think it does. I can't really see. Beautiful, look at that. Awesome. All right, now let's yank this motor off. All right, now we've already basically got everything lined up underneath. I'm going to start the Mustang. Yeah, it's weird, eh? Put them both in. There we go. Fits in there actually pretty darn good, I might have to say. All right, now I'm going to use this for the final last time for the build. I'm going to put in the small block Chevy. All right, let's get this up here out of the way. And then we're going to fill up. I don't know why I went to that mode, but I did, I guess. I'm going to put in all the fluid. Oop, let's wipe that up. Very, very corrosive. We don't want no corrosive nonsense. You know what I mean? We can't have that. Come on. There we go. But like, come on, man. Let's fill that thing already, man. It's taking forever, man. Perfect. Put some oil in it. I may have to take the breather out to put oil in the Ford so I can see. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, stop. Didn't want to stop pouring there. Alright, now we're going to put this in there like this. Get some all brake fluid in there. Perfect. And we're ready to fire this thing up once we put a transmission starter in. Alright, let's see. We got to remove the breather. Nope. Beautiful. Figured I'd start with the oil first. Oh, I should have put the car up in the air. Dang it, I'm forgetting steps. Crucial steps. Oh, let's wipe that off. Alright, now I'm going to back up over here. Put some coolant in it. And I think what we're going to do to start off with is we're going to run both cars at a 390 rear gear. Oop, there we go. Now, in all fairness, right off the hop, we're not going to be tuning the carburetors at all. We're going to run it, we're going to change the gear set in the rear, and that's how we're going to dyno it. And then, while we're at the track, we can adjust the gears accordingly to whatever makes the car run a little bit better. But I want to try to stay somewhere. Dang, right on the money. It's like I've done this before or something. And then, yeah. Now both these cars have OHVC downpipes. I mean, they're very similar in between the two cars. I mean, it's unreal on how similar these things are. Did I put, yeah, I put coolant in it, didn't I? Oh, can't remember. That's what I like about well, we got freaking 4 different drive shafts. Oh yeah, I went color matched everything on this. Everything. Alright, guess what? The Ford is officially built. Now we're going to do the Nova. And like I said, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. That actually turned out very, very freaking good, man. I mean, I really am at a loss for words right now. I think I don't like it. This motor requires special pipes. Strange. There we go. There we go. Okay, well, and I'm going to be fixing those direct shafts, so that's going to give me a little bit too, you know. Alright. Anywho, enough of the complaining. First things first, what's the Mustang worth? We bought it for $6,700. I would say we put about 40-50 grand in, so but we can sell it right now for $96,163. This thing isn't even going to come close to that. This one, body pounds. What are we missing for body? You know how many license plates really make that much of a difference? Oh, left side mirror. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What the? There. Alright, good enough. Alright, for this one, we spent 20 grand to buy it, and it's only worth $73,000. So, that's not a good start. Alright, now we move this one over to the test path, because this is in car lift A. I'm going to line it all out. Beautiful. Dang, so close. You believe that? Alright, you can go back to car. Uh-oh. Wish they showed me a tire size on here. $265. $255. Huh. Alrighty, I don't understand how I made that kind of a screw up. But, okay. Glad we caught that now and not trying to get on the track or something. Alright, separate. Let's see. We're going to take off the 265 6015s. Had that same problem with the Nova. Are they supposed to be swapped with one another? Alright, we want the 255 6015s. Huh. Strange. Strange, I tell you, strange. Alright, let's put these back on. I mean, really, in all fairness, if that's the only screw up I have, I can dig it. There we go. It actually fitted a little bit better now, too. Alright, now we're going to bring this one over to the test path. Now, it shouldn't be on blocks. No, I was going to say it shouldn't be. Ooh, perfect. Front driver's side. Nailed it. Nailed it! Alright, now we're going to have the same... No, not even close. Close, but not close. You know what I mean? There we go. Well, since we're here, let's run it over to the dyno. Alright. Now we're going to right off the hop adjust this. We're going to bump this up to a 390. Top speed is 127. Like I said, we're not going to mess with the carburetors. Alright. Factory power for the Nova is supposed to be 305 horsepower at 4,900 RPM and 365 pound-feet of torque at 3,700 RPM. I want to say it's a 350, but I know 350 with internals and stuff like that, we crank out almost 600 horse. if it, you know. Look at that torque curve. Look at that power curve, nice and smooth. There's where they crisscross. Alright, so the horsepower rating for the small block Chevy is 511 horsepower at 5,600 RPM, which is an increase of 206 horsepower or 68%. And the torque number is 578 at 3,800 RPM, which is an increase of 214 pound-feet or 59%. Our drag rating is A at 419. The only reason why it's an A is because it has slicks on the rear. Alright, so Mustang, you are next on The Price is Right. Alright, so we're going to do the same to this. This should also be a 4-speed, yep. I mean, they're 127. They're both even. So, yes, the factory the factory numbers for the 302 small block Ford is 200 horsepower at 4,500 RPM, and the torque is 281 pound-feet at 2,500 RPM. Let's see how much of an increase we've made. Got a nice power curve. Horsepower is good though. The new horsepower for the small block 302 Ford is 342 horsepower at 4,500 RPM, which is an increase of 142 horsepower or 71%. And the new torque number is actually surprising. It's 464 at 2,600 RPM, which is an increase of 183 pound-feet or 66%. Drag rating for this one is only a C at 280. Huh. Well, that's not as what I expected. So we're going to check the box as the Nova takes it for the power. But because we've done this, right, what this is going to entail is this runs with the C group cars versus this one's going to run with the A group cars. So, you know, it's a bit of a mix match challenge there. So, but alright everyone, I think that's going to do it here for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and the next episode and the final episode will be us bringing these to the strip, lining them out, and racing in their class. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button. Also, too, if you haven't and you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and the like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, and have yourself a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.